Truck drivers in the game are savages, man. Straight savages. My reason for saying that, um, this guy backed into my trailer a while ago while I was in my sleeper. I was just kicking it, and I felt, a nice little jerk. So I got up. I was like, they're not unloading me. He said, this trailer is supposed to be vibrating. Somebody must have hit me. So I looked outside, and as I see this truck pulling off, like he just got out the dock. So I hopped outside real quick, and this other dude was like, yo, he hit you a while ago. He hit you. So I looked up, and he's like, at the top of the trailer, you know what I mean? So I looked up there, seen the little thing. So I went over there to the guy because he was about closing his door and about to take off. I was like, yo, you hit my trailer, dog. And he's like, oh shit, I did that. In a sense, I feel like he knew that he did it, because after the whole thing, he's like, so what do you want to do? You know what I mean? That alone kind of, let me know that he kind of did it. But the trailer wasn't damaged. There's a little scrape on top. I opened it inside to check to see if, anything was done. But trailer wasn't damaged, so the trailer was fine. But basically, the reason why I say truck drivers are savages, bro, that other dude sat in his truck, the one that told me about it. The other one sat in his truck and watched the guy backed into the trailer, basically. And after the guy hit the trailer, he came on and he's like, yeah, I watched you did it. I'm like, bro, I mean, in a sense, I know I've seen scenarios where guys are back in the tight spots and they're going to hit somebody's truck. Me personally, being a rookie or somebody that just started, I have a basic idea of what to do, but I don't feel like I got the idea of telling somebody where to go or where to turn their steering. Or if I'm sitting in the driver's seat, I can do it, but I don't know so much I can direct somebody into a tight spot, to maneuver into a tight spot or whatever. The most I can do is use my hair horn or signal the driver to stop, you know what I mean? And I think that if he's sitting right there, because he said he watched him do it, he's sitting right there in his truck and he can see everything, you know what I mean? He could have easily tapped his horn and say, yo, you're going too close, or, you know what I mean, let him know that you're going to hit the truck, rather than sit right there and watch him hit the truck. Basically, he could have done way more damage than what was done, you know what I mean? But I think that he definitely could have used his horn and say, hey, or signal the guy and stop him, instead of waiting until he hit the truck, then basically hop out to come tell me, come over to assess the damage while I'm looking at it also, and telling the guy, I watched you do it, you know what I mean? And the guy was like, why didn't you use your ear horn and tell me, or, you know what I mean? And he just went basically blank. He ain't really saying nothing. I remember this one time I was at a shipper and I watched this guy. He was backing in between my truck and another truck. The other truck was parked there. There was no driver inside there. And basically, I kind of blame that guy in a sense. The reason for that, two things. He's driving a day cab. He's not driving a truck with a sleeper on there. So, a day cab, bro, you can force that thing, you know what I mean? And the spot that he was in, he could have literally, fiddle his way inside of it easily. Not even that difficult. The reason why I said I blamed him, and I could tell he's a rookie also, because he didn't want to get out the truck and look. And I sat in my truck. I watched him. He was coming close. He was backing from my side, so he could see my truck, but he can't see the other side. So he got the truck inside there, basically, and then, he's at an angle where he feels like it can go all the way in. But, you need to either straighten the steers, pull forward, so the back comes back towards me a little bit more. And he didn't do that. He just basically went back. And then, as I looked over, I could see that he was going too close, and I tapped my horn. and let him know. When I tapped my horn and let him know, he didn't get out the truck and look. He just pulled forward and did the same thing, and he continued until he hit the guy's truck and damaged the whole side of the guy's truck. Like, it was bad, dude. But I blame him in a sense, because even after hitting the guy's truck, and I multiple times of stopping him, he still did not get out the truck and look. You know what I mean? And he basically did the same thing that this one did. Like, he was worse. He got out the truck like, oh shit, I did that. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, I stopped you like 3 times and you still didn't get out of the truck and look. You know what I mean? You gotta get out there and look, man. You gotta get out there and look. No matter how confident I feel like, you know, I'm in a spot, I always get out there and look still. And this guy earlier when I just started, I was having difficulties backing into a dock one day. And it wasn't any difficult, you know, dock or anything. I had the thing lined up, but for some reason I just couldn't get the trailer aligned with the truck straight enough to back into the dock. Every time I bumped the dock, it was at an angle, so I couldn't, you know, the thing couldn't lock onto the dock basically. And the guy told me like, yo, get out the truck and look, always, no matter what, just get out the truck and look, because sometimes you gonna feel like you have it, and those mirrors, they're gonna trick you, you know what I mean? And that's basically what I did. I got out the truck and looked, walked around, and I seen, you know, the way to correct it, and it worked. So my whole thing is just get out the truck and look. Anybody can make mistakes, you know what I mean? Like I said, the guy didn't damage, the trailer wasn't damaged or anything. Earlier in my days, I was backing into a parking lot. There was a truck. The guy was sitting in the front just like I am right now, and I tapped the back of his trailer. I didn't damage it, yeah, or anything. And he came out and he's like, "It's fine, man. It's not damaged. My trailer wasn't damaged. His trailer wasn't damaged." But basically, it goes back to the same thing. You gotta get out the truck and look, bro. Yeah, but that guy, you know, he could have, in my opinion, he could have, you know, toot the horn or something and let the guy know that, yo, you're going too close towards the guy's truck or the trailer or whatever. Yeah, what else did I want to talk about? I want to talk about a couple of reasons why I'm sticking around a Trans Am, and like I said, I don't want to, I'm not a negative person. I like, you know, positivity, or, you know, and I want to put positive content out there. I don't want to seem like in all my videos I complain, or I'm not even complaining, but I'm just letting you guys know all facts. Guys considering to come to Trans Am, or, you know, but I'm just letting you guys know what to expect. So with that being said, there isn't really like a lot of, you know, good comments other drivers will put out there about Trans Am or whatever the case is, but I basically want to let you guys know why I'm sticking around at Trans Am. First reason being is that Trans Am has its difficulties. You know what I mean? There's difficulties here. There's situations and issues that you have to deal with here. But when you stick it out at a company like this, and deal with all these issues, and you get used to it, and you're able to get through your days and still, you know, come out on top, or, you know, achieve what you want to achieve and basically go through it. When you go to a better company, it's gonna be like a hot butter through knife, bro. A hot knife through butter, basically, you know what I mean? You're just gonna be sliding like that. So I kind of need that, you know, that rough start where, you know, you start rough and then it gets better as you go on, and, you know what I mean? It's not been easy. Good days and bad days, you know. The other reason is, you know, Trans Am gave me my start. You know what I mean? When other companies, I call a lot of companies, they're just not hiring out of Florida. You know, like for instance, Prime. I wanted to go with Prime. So Prime was the first company that I looked into when I wanted to come out here. And I tried Prime. First time I called, they said give them a call in a month. I called them back in a month. Still nothing. Up until recently, I randomly called them and was like, yo, you know what, I'm out of Florida and I'm trying to come on board with you guys. And they're like, nah, we're not hiring out of Florida. It's just not enough freight going in and out of Florida for them to get you home. So that's why they're basically not, that's why they're basically not hiring. So a lot of companies don't really hire out of Florida, and I've been on the road and seen different trucking companies call them, like JB Hunt. JB Hunt hire out of Florida, but for where I live in Florida, don't, you know what I mean? So Trans Am gave me my start. So I'm kind of sticking it out, because a lot of guys that I started with, they quit a long time ago. They quit. It's December now. I'm almost at 4 months, basically. Well, I'm basically at 4 months. It's just at the 4th of December. I'll be at 4 months officially employed here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of one another reason why I'm sticking it out. Also, how long I stay? Firstly, when I first came, my aim was to stay here for a year. And then after I started experiencing different scenarios with how things go on here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do it for 6 months. And then I still wasn't comfortable with certain things, and I said, okay, I'm gonna stay like for 3 months, because once you get 3 months at one company, you can basically find another company and move on to. Now the reason why I didn't move on, I don't wanna, it's like companies will take you with 3 months. They're like okay companies, it's gonna be better. You're gonna have probably the same issues or different scenarios or whatever the case is, but I didn't wanna just move from Trans Am just to go to a okay company, if y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I want to give it a little bit more time, so I can get into like a better company, if y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So know that I'm at 3 months going on 4 months right now. We're in December right now. Before you know it, December is already done. It's January. If I get to January, I can get to February if God spares life and everything is good. You know what I mean? And then February, I'll be at 6 months, and we'll go from there. Can't say I'll quit in February or whatever the case is, but I'm still holding on, because it's all a learning experience. Obviously, I'm learning. Your first year of driving, you're all learning on. You're basically being paid to learn on your own. So it's like a training, which I get it, but at the same time, you still got bills to pay, you still got stuff to do, you still got things to take care of. Like how much time are you willing to really sacrifice, doing that? I get all of that. So that's basically it. Shout out to everybody, each and everyone that commented, liked my previous videos and all that stuff. Shout out, subscribers, and like I said, guys, if y'all need any information or have any questions or concern, just hit me up whenever, and I'll get back to you. Be safe out there, man.